Watch this, bitches. We got there so fast. I love it. I'm so happy. I've been waiting for this for many days now.
You won't shut up about it all day. Like literally,
I was so happy I made it to my Monday 10:30 a.m. showing of it without you two spoiling it for me.
We did not.
I almost did.
Jimmy came close because he forgets where he should be texting. But no, I was good. Because when I saw the movie, I wasn't going to see the movie, but my wife made play dates for both kids on Sunday. And she's like, you have the afternoon to yourself. Maybe you should see Star Wars. And I said, but I think it's sold out everywhere. And I found the theater actually closest to my house had a 12:30 showing where it basically had one seat left, like one good seat left. And I'm like, well, this is a sign. And I had a movie pass in my pocket from when they screwed up the last time I went to the movies. So I went to the theater. I'm like, I'm going to go to the theater and I'm going to see if I can use my pass. And if I can, it's meant to be. And it totally was meant to be. So I saw it.
Oh, Wombat, the kids are away. Maybe you should go to see Star Wars by yourself. Is that what it was like?
That's basically what happened. Well,
I'll be fucking the gardener.
Yeah, no, yeah. Laura was at one of the play dates.
I'll be fucking at the play date.
Yep.
That's
anyway.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes sense.
So we went and saw it, and then after the movie, I was able to get all my spoiler talk out of my system immediately because my wife was like, "How was it?" I'm like, "Well, I don't want to spoil it for you." She goes, "I'm never going to see it, and your kids want to know what happens." So go ahead. I'm like, all right, well, this is what happens.
Did you tell them it was horrible?
So I got it all out.
You told them it was horrible?
It's not a horrible movie. It's far from horrible.
I didn't like it. I'm going to say I know a lot of people liked it, and I'm happy for you. I personally did not enjoy the movie in really any capacity. I don't have a lot of good things to say about it. I thought, I was laughing at times where you're not supposed to be laughing.
Not laughing at times you're supposed to be laughing.
I was a lot of times, and the other people in the theater as well spent a lot of time not laughing when you were supposed to be laughing.
Yeah, the jokes in this movie are bad. The humor is flat out just
flat. It's flat
out. It stands out when it hits. And it's like, it's a little marvelly, when they do the humor.
But it doesn't hit, like, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work, but it doesn't work like Marvel.
Right. It's like weird. That last Thor movie where some of those jokes did not work, but most of them did. Mm-hmm. Like it was a great percentage of those jokes worked.
Same with Guardians. I felt the same
with
way.
Guardians. Like you're allowed to have like a stinker every once in a while in there.
They're machine gunning jokes at you in those movies, almost.
Yeah,
right.
If 9 out of 10 jokes are funny, I'll let the one slide. If 9 out of 10 jokes are bad, you're gonna notice it. I
think I chuckled like just kind of like a like once. In this movie, like all the rest of the jokes, I was okay. But
yeah,
it's weird that we're starting off a spoiler-free conversation at this point about jokes in Star Wars.
Well, there were a lot
because it's unusual. Because they were.
Well, I know, but it's just such a weird spot to like when you're sitting down to talk about a Star Wars movie. The jokes are not the thing that you think you would start with.
I think it's a good thing to talk about in a non-spoiler discussion because I don't think that's because you want to talk about the things that aren't good. I mean, there are certain things in this movie that even though I would say I liked it, I have some real problems with one specific character's story arc in this movie, and I feel like it's different than other people's problems with this movie. And to
we'll
me,
talk about that later.
Yeah, but we'll get to that later. Exactly. We'll get to that later. But I think they did a lot of things in the movie that I liked for the choices they made. I think they may have made that kind of choice too many times. But again, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I wish I could say something
It was
positive.
nice to
about
look
it.
at.
I mean, it was nice to look at. Although I found that it was very dark. The movie, like most of the scenes take place in like like ship holds or dark places. Because of course I had another bad viewing experience at a movie theater where the projector was somehow screwed up, and any scene where it was like bright, any outdoor scene or really like well lit scene, you could see in the characters' faces like some weird like cloud imaging, clouding.
I would have asked for my money back so fast.
But no. But my point is that there were so few scenes like that it was maybe just a couple minutes out of the entire movie.
All right, I don't. Yeah, I actually got lucky because my theater that tends to screw up everything did not screw this up.
Yeah,
they even brought me my cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
No, normally I would go see. They brought you the cheeseburger. Nice. Normally I would see it at a theater that has reserved seating, and I would know that it was a quality theater. But we didn't buy the tickets ahead of time, and we just went to like the small theater in town. But I knew it was playing in their best theater inside the, in their little building there. But still, yeah, the projector was fucked up. But it didn't matter. It didn't affect I didn't care really. Because the movie was so bad, that was the least of the problems. And like I said, it was dark. It was very dark, so I didn't really notice.
It's not that bad.
It was bad. I just don't like...
I didn't notice it being very dark either.
You didn't?
Yeah.
I noticed just because of that, the technical problem that we had with the projector.
There's that whole middle section where it's actually quite bright.
Where are they? Oh, we can't.
I don't want to...
Later. Can we just move on to something else and get back to this?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you watch something else.
Just say if you liked it or not, Chip.
I already said I liked it, and I will go into more details later.
Okay.
I think Shipwreck and I may have liked it, and I think we disliked different things, and I think it's going to be interesting.
I liked it, and like I went with Gretchen, so we went, and it's one of those things like we got out of the theater and we're like, okay, that was okay.
Okay.
Like, and we both really came away from Force Awakens like pretty jazzed and talking about it a lot.
Oh, okay.
And this one, we just kind of, okay.
Oh. Mrs. Cheapy and I were looking at each other throughout the movie, like, what the fuck? Did that just happen? Like, you kidding me? Like, lame jokes, all that stuff. So, like,
what did Ty think?
Ty thought it was okay. He said he liked it.
Best movie ever.
No, it wasn't best movie ever because I asked him actually yesterday if it was better than Wonder, which is the movie he saw before this, and he said he liked Wonder better. I noticed during the movie he was he was more interested in the popcorn at certain points of the movie.
It's a long movie.
It's a long movie. I just don't think that. I mean, I know. I don't. There's little doubt. I know that Star Wars is not as important to him as it was to me when I was that age watching these movies. To me, it was a really big deal. To him, it was a good excuse to eat a big bucket of popcorn and have M&Ms.
Is there anything at his age that is important to him movie-wise? Does he have a Star Wars?
For movies, probably not. Maybe books.
No, not books.
Harry Potter, he hasn't seen.
I think it's just when Star Wars was its thing back in the 70s, early 80s, there wasn't anything else to compete with it.
Oh yeah, nothing like it.
Right, there's nothing like it. Like now, you get a sci-fi adventure film every month at least.
Right. Yep, totally. I get it.
No, you're not wrong. It's just it's very interesting, and it's something I'm trying to relate to with my own children. Like, what is their thing? I mean, Elliot is only 6, so it's not really like he's.
It's not fair to expect much.
Yeah, he's not quite there yet. But Sabrina is, she's 9, and when I was 9 years old, I had seen, I had seen Ghostbusters in the theater by then. I had seen Back to the Future by then. I had seen, basically the movies Indiana Jones, 2 of them.
Yeah.
And those were big things for me, and they kind of, shaped my personality, and for better or worse. And she doesn't really have those. Like, her favorite movie of all time is Pixels.
Okay. Well, the difference there too, I think, is that's good.
But you should get her the PS4.
There's so many
theme.
more. Right. It's really good, actually. That's what I use. There's so many more kids movies now too, though, that kids don't go see those movies necessarily.
No, and they don't.
Right? Like, I mean, every 2 weeks you have a new kids movie coming out.
Also, I think is an interest. I don't think her interest is really. She's not really a movie person, so it's not like I'm going to force it on her.
Sure.
So
It's just they're not as
Emmeline's still really into Star Wars, so
yeah.
I'm
See,
gonna-
Sabrina's like take it or leave it with Star Wars. She likes DC stuff, but the DC movies just haven't really been that good. She really liked the movie Clue. We watched that. We talked about that, but
yeah. There's just I
you
mean
should get her Zelda Clue
she has the collector's edition coming.
of Zelda Clue.
No, of Clue with like the fancy silver box Clue.
should get her the Golden Girls.
What about if it had Zelda in it?
With no Zelda in it, no.
I don't know.
So what's this other movie?
Oh, it's a Netflix series called Mindhunter. And it's very good. It takes place, it's a drama that takes place in early 80s, late 70s. And it's about the FBI basically discovering the concept of a serial killer and how that sort of came to be. And it's
Sounds fun.
no, it is. It's actually, the jokes are funnier than Last Jedi, for sure. Everything about it is better than Last Jedi, actually. It's not depressing. It's not like most modern shows on Netflix and Hulu or wherever. It is violent. It's sort of over the top violent. Like they'll show you graphic images of these crime scenes, which is like so unnecessary, but they do it because they can, I guess.
Well, it's what people want, apparently, because these are all the shows that people like.
Yeah. People like the show. It was a big deal. A lot of people talking about the show, which I thought it was going to be too much for me, which is why I sort of stayed clear. But we've been running through all our shows, so we started watching Mindhunter, and we're like 3 episodes in. It's a good show. It's not depressing. It's disturbing, but it's like a historical drama in a way, even though it takes place in the 80s. I recommend it. I think it's really good.
I hear the 80s are really hot right now.
So hot. It was either that or watching The Punisher, and I can't really bring myself to watch The Punisher.
I haven't gotten very far in that. I wanted to, and then I just kind of
Try Mindhunter. I think it's got a Silence of the Lambs vibe, but funnier and more sex and nudity and relationships.
All right. I tried to watch that whatchamacallit,
The cat movie?
the Bigfoot special, the Bigfoot special that they added the Bigfoot documentary they added to Netflix, thinking like, okay, it's available for download. Hopefully it's dumb enough to hold my attention for an hour and a half on the train. Like that was my thought process. I made it maybe 20 minutes and it was a long 20 minutes. It is the worst. Like even for a Bigfoot documentary, it's bad.
What are you watching?
Stuff I can download.
There's got to be better quality stuff out there.
Maybe Mindhunter is downloadable. I'll check it out.
See, when you say you didn't hate The Last Jedi, I think about this.
I just said I didn't like the Bigfoot special. I said it's bad, and I'm recommending that people don't even bother.
Okay. Well, you got a point there. I would just sort of skip past the Bigfoot special. I would say,
Well, it was. I
Bigfoot
went to
is kind of like a
Netflix.
dumb topic. I would maybe just
Well,
watch
it's
this.
dumb because but just because it's dumb doesn't mean it's not fun or enjoyable.
Okay. You know what? You're making some sense.
And I go on my Netflix, and it was like, they have the alert to let you know what's new.
Since you liked Harry and the Hendersons.
It's like, and the alert was, well, because I like documentaries. It was, here's a Bigfoot documentary that's brand new.
Hey, Wombat.
I'm like, what?
Check out this Bigfoot documentary.
And I'm like, what the hell? I'm here, you're here. I'm not wearing any pants. You're not wearing any pants. Let's check it out.
Oh, boy. Hey, Knuckle Dragger. Why don't you check out the show on Bigfoot?
You got me pegged.
Yeah. Where are we here? We're done. We're past Watch This, bitches, until we get to our Last Jedi spoiler-filled discussion at the end of the show.